If every tiger disappeared tomorrow, life would go on. But if the bees disappeared, our civilization would collapse within months. This isn't just a video about animals, it's a story about our own survival. From the front lines of the poaching wars in Africa to the silent depths of the oceans, we are revealing the hidden truth about the state of our planet. Watch until the end to see the incredible rewilding technology that might just save us all. Our planet is a miracle of engineering, a delicate web of life that has evolved over millions of years, perfect in its complexity, staggering in its beauty. From the deepest oceans where sunlight struggles to reach, ancient giants still roam these silent corridors, to the frozen poles where life clings to existence on the razor's edge of survival against the elements. Every species, no matter how small, plays a vital role, the architect of the soil, the pollinator of the air. We are captivated by the great predators, the lions of the savannah whose roar defines the wilderness, the elusive tigers of Asia, ghosts in the forest, masters of stealth and power. But this beauty is not invincible. For centuries, we took it for granted. We believed nature was infinite. We built our civilizations on the foundations of the natural world, often forgetting that if the foundation crumbles, so do we. The balance is subtler than we realized. The health of the forest determines the air we breathe. The health of the ocean determines the climate that allows us to thrive. It is all connected. For a long time, the wild places held their own, but the footprint of humanity has grown too heavy. The silence of the wilderness is being replaced by the noise of industry. We have entered the Anthropocene. This is not a distant problem for future generations. The unraveling is happening right now, on our watch. We are witnessing the 6th mass extinction, and unlike the previous 5, this one is driven by a single species. But in the face of this overwhelming data, we must remember what we are fighting to save. It is not just about carbon and statistics, it is about the living, breathing soul of our world. Conservation is no longer a hobby for nature lovers, it is the most urgent mission of our time. We have the knowledge, we have the technology. The question is, do we have the will to act before the clock runs out? This is the story of a war being fought on thousands of fronts, a war for survival, and the outcome will decide the fate not just of the wildlife, but of humanity itself. The first great threat is the direct assault. The illegal wildlife trade is a multi-billion-dollar industry of death. Driven by greed and status, magnificent creatures like the rhino are hunted for horns made of the same material as our fingernails. The pangolin, a shy, scaly anteater, has become the most trafficked mammal on Earth, heading towards silent extinction. But the gun is not the only weapon. The chainsaw is perhaps even deadlier. Habitat loss is the primary driver of decline. Every minute, we lose an area of rainforest the size of 30 soccer fields. Homes are vanishing. In the ocean, the threat is invisible until it chokes the life out of the water. Plastic pollution. Our discarded waste forms floating continents in the Pacific, entering the food chain at every level. And looming over all of this is the threat multiplier, climate change. The rules of the game are changing too fast for evolution to keep up. The Arctic is warming twice as fast as the rest of the planet. The sea ice, the hunting ground of the polar bear, is disappearing. In Australia, megafires fueled by extreme drought and heat incinerated millions of acres of unique habitat in mere weeks. The koala, an icon of a continent, was pushed to the very brink of functional extinction by the flames. These are not natural cycles. This is an acceleration powered by human activity. The pressure is relentless. As we expand, wildlife is forced into smaller and smaller pockets, leading to inevitable conflict. Farmers lose crops to elephants. Villagers lose livestock to predators. The retaliation is often swift and deadly. We are squeezing the wild out of existence. We are silencing the chorus of the natural world. The statistics are grim. populations of vertebrates have fallen by an average of 69% since 1970. It is easy to look at these numbers and feel despair, to feel that the momentum of destruction is unstoppable. But despair is a luxury we cannot afford, because in the shadows, there are those who refuse to give up. The story does not end with destruction. The next chapter is about resistance. It is about the fight back. Welcome to the front lines of conservation, where courage and innovation meet the greatest crisis of our time. The new face of conservation is high-tech. The battles are now fought with data as much as with boots on the ground. Drones equipped with thermal cameras now patrol vast reserves in the dead of night, spotting poachers before they kill. Artificial intelligence analyzes sounds in the rainforest, detecting the whine of a chainsaw instantly and alerting authorities. But technology is only a tool. The heart of conservation lies with the local communities living alongside wildlife. When communities are given ownership and benefit from protecting their land, the results are transformative. Former poachers are becoming protectors, realizing that a live animal is worth infinitely more to their community than a dead one. In the oceans, we are establishing marine protected areas, national parks of the sea, where life can recover without pressure. When we leave the ocean alone, it bounces back with incredible speed. Fish stocks replenish, spilling over into fishing grounds. Science is also playing a crucial role. We are cracking the secrets of breeding endangered species in captivity. For species like the northern white rhino, where only 2 females remain, cutting-edge IVF technology is their only hope. It is a desperate, expensive race against extinction, but we cannot let these ancient bloodlines vanish on our watch. We are also learning to coexist, building wildlife corridors that allow animals to migrate safely through human landscapes. Simple innovations like beehive fences that keep elephants away from crops without harming them are saving lives on both sides. This is not just about saving animals out there. It is about changing how we live right here. Consumers have immense power, demanding sustainable palm oil, refusing single-use plastics, choosing ethical tourism. The fight is hard, and the losses are painful. Rangers risk their lives daily, often outgunned by syndicates. But their sacrifice is not in vain. Every acre protected, every animal saved is a victory. We're seeing incredible recoveries, proof that if we give nature half a chance, it can heal. The humpback whale, once hunted to near extinction, has bounced back to near pre-whaling numbers in many oceans. These victories give us hope. They prove that extinction is not inevitable. It is a choice. The most exciting movement today is rewilding, not just protecting what is left, but bringing back what was lost. In places where agriculture has failed, fences are coming down, and the wild herbivores are returning to manage the land naturally. The reintroduction of wolves to Yellowstone National Park changed the entire ecosystem, even altering the path of the rivers. Nature is resilient. It wants to live. We just need to step back and let it. We must also invest in the future guardians of our planet. Education is the most powerful weapon we have. When a child falls in love with the natural world, they will grow up to protect it. That connection is everything. We need a new deal for nature, a global commitment to protect 30% of the planet's land and oceans by 2030. This is not a radical idea. It is the minimum requirement for our own survival, a planetary insurance policy. Imagine a world where cities are greener, where rivers run clean, and where the forests are full of life again. A world where the roar of the lion and the song of the whale are not memories, but present realities. The window of opportunity is closing fast. The decisions we make in this decade will define the next 1,000 years. We are the only species with the power to destroy this planet, and the only species with the power to save it. Whatever your skill, whatever your passion, there is a role for you in this fight. Use your voice, use your wallet, use your vote. Support the rangers on the front lines. Support the scientists in the labs. Support the indigenous communities defending their homes. Do not let the scale of the problem paralyze you. Action is the antidote to despair. Look into the eyes of a wild animal and tell me they are not worth saving. This is not their planet. It is not our planet. It is the planet, our only home. Let us be the generation that turned the tide, the generation that chose life. The wild is calling. It is time to answer. The war for nature isn't won by governments alone, it's won by you. Which animal do you think needs our help the most right now? The elephant, the polar bear, or the tiny honeybee? Let me know in the comments below. If this video opened your eyes, please hit the like button. It helps spread this message to millions more people. And don't forget to subscribe for more deep dives into our amazing planet. Together, we can make a difference.